Greetings, everyone. This is Sean with Spartan Defense Training. Here to do a review on an item I received recently, a pair of tactical jeans, the jeans that I'm wearing from 221B Tactical. Before I start this, I'll just say I'm not affiliated with 221B Tactical in any way. I'm not getting anything for this. Just wanted some content for the site and for my channel. And so I figured I'd do a review. So far, I think they're a pretty good product. And so again, just wanted to share that with you guys out there and gals. I'm sure as those of you who engage in everyday carry can attest to, a lot of times it's difficult to manage, all the gear that you wear and have with you on an everyday basis between your everyday carry firearm, spare magazine, pocket knife, light, whatever else you may, need to carry. It's tough to manage sometimes. And I think these jeans do a pretty good job of helping you with that. So I want to share with you what I've found so far. So these are the jeans. At first glance, one thing you'll notice is they don't look like tactical jeans. They just look like a regular pair of blue jeans, which I appreciate. Some pants you'll see guys wearing, like the 511 tactical, nothing against them. But there's a time and place for those. But sometimes when you're trying to be casual, you don't necessarily want folks to know that you're wearing tactical gear, right? And so, there's no cargo pockets or, special pockets or, different little magazine pouches and that sort of thing all over these. They just look like regular jeans, which I really appreciate. So I'll start by saying, purchase these, the size, based on a pair of Calvin Klein jeans that I have that are probably the best fitting jeans that I have. And for me, that was a size 34, 32. The one thing I'll say about these is the length, for me, was perfect. Matched the jeans that I had that were that size. I will say, I don't know if they were patterned to be skinny jeans at all, but they feel a little tighter, right? So not exactly like my Calvin Klein, a little bit tighter. They accommodate my firearm just fine, in a holster, but a little bit tighter than I'd expected. I wouldn't call that a negative, it just is what it is. As far as the material goes, it's denim material. They're a bit stretchy. So you take a look and it's 98% cotton and 2% spandex, which allows for that stretch. The pockets, these things have, I'll tell you, really deep pockets on the inside where you can dig your hand, clean down to mid-thigh on these front pockets. Really soft material on the inside. I think it's a spandex, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's the inside pockets are made of spandex. The one thing that I'll say could be better, and maybe there's a plan for this in the future, they only come in this dark blue color for now. So it'd be nice if there was like a medium, blue or lighter colored blue, so you can get multiple pairs. But for right now, it's just this dark blue pair, which is okay. Just that one. So as far as belt loops, there are 7 belt loops total on these jeans. There's 6 smaller ones, and then there's one larger one at the back. And with these, the smaller loops, they're about 3/4 inches, 3/4 inch wide, and they're 2 1/4 inch stitch to stitch. So they can accommodate. This is a Groove Life belt that I'm wearing that I believe is 1 1/4 inch thick, and this accommodates it pretty easily. Now getting into some of the features of the jeans that I really like. First, you've got this gusseted seam for flexibility. Really helps. I mean, they look tighter, but again, between the spandex and then these seams allows you to bend, move relatively easily without a problem. The crotch is a zippered crotch, which I prefer. Not a big fan of button crotches. That's just me. Whatever your personal preference is your preference. The buttons on the jeans are riveted. These metal buttons and the button in the middle are pretty good quality, from what I can tell. Really, really well made. The big feature of these jeans that I really like are the pockets. There are a ton of them. There are 15 pockets or sleeves on these jeans. You can't tell that just looking at them, but we'll get into them. 14 out of the 15 I'd say are useful. There's one here in the front that's just a little small pocket. I don't know, it might be an inch, maybe 1.5 inches deep, maybe 3/4 inches wide. It's just stitched there. I don't know if it's just additional material or what. There's really not much use for it. Maybe if you wanted to fold a build up and stick it in there or something, maybe, or I don't know, some other small something that you have that you don't want to put anywhere else maybe, but I don't find much utility with that pocket. However, the other 14 are fairly useful. We'll start with the front right. You've got this larger pocket up top that's high, and I really like that. Inside of it, I have my pocket knife, fits my my flashlight, and then a little tactical pen I like to carry. But what I really like about this being raised is that you guys know, if you're one of those folks that you everyday carry, you're tactically minded. You're looking and you notice those guys and gals, mostly guys, that have stuff hanging out of their front pocket, right? You see the clips on the front pockets of the jeans. I don't know how many pairs of pants I have that this gets worn. It's so worn. I've worn it there so many times. But you can see the clips. Even if you tuck your 550 cord away into the pocket, that's the cord you have so you can quickly get to your pocket knife. Even if you tuck that away, you still see the clips a lot of times. And that's what I like about having this utility pocket, I'll call it for lack of a better term, up high, because the clips kind of slip behind the front pocket, and when you're carrying, once you tuck everything away, you don't see that, right? You'd have to have your shirt pretty high up, right, in order to see those clips. So I really like that about it. The other thing that I really love is the fact that because all this stuff is inside that upper pocket, it leaves you your lower main pocket, which again I said is pretty deep, goes down to about, actually past mid-thigh. Goes down past mid-thigh, that spandex, larger spandex pocket. It allows you the use of it, right? So whenever I have all this other crap inside my front pocket and I reach down to get something like my keys, if I happen to have slipped them in that pocket, or something else inside of it, or I need use of it, it's a challenge. I basically lose use of that pocket when I have all this other stuff in there. And you reach down inside of it and you're scraping your hand across your pocket knife, or you're accidentally turning on the flashlight, all kinds of other crazy stuff going on. So I really like that. The other thing I'll share with you is there is this fourth pocket, right? You've got the main pocket is 1, the upper pocket's 2, this little utility pocket on the right is 3. There's a fourth pocket, or like a sleeve, on the inside here. And this thing can accommodate, and I'll take my spare mag off and put it over here. This is a Shield Arms magazine for my 43X that's holds 15 rounds plus a 5-round extension. So 20 rounds of 9mm in this thing, and it goes down in this pocket and completely disappears. I mean, this is a deep pocket, and I love this because it keeps the magazine vertical, right? Because it's in the pocket, as we all know, invariably the magazine ends up kind of slipping down in your pocket over the course of a day to the point where it ends up flat. And then when it's time for you to retrieve it, it's a challenge. You have to reach all the way down in your pocket to get it. It doesn't keep it vertical. Here on the front pocket, and it's the same on the left side, this pocket allows you to keep that magazine vertical. So it allows you to retrieve it fairly easily, right? And you can index it however you prefer to. I prefer front of the rounds forward, but it allows you to index it pretty easily coming out of your pocket. Now, you see that it's a challenge for me because the pocket is so deep, getting it out quickly. Now, on this side, on the left side, there is a watch pocket, and the watch pocket I've found for me works a little bit better because it's deep, not quite as deep as the pocket in front, but it's raised, so it conceals the magazine, but it's perfect for a spare magazine. And this, being extended for me, allows me to easily reach in, index, and reload if I need to. Great whether you're on the range or for your everyday carry. I typically, or I used to, or when I'm not wearing these jeans, have one of those spare magazine pouches that clip to either the inside or the outside of my belt, and it's great, but not as concealable. With this, I don't have to carry around that extra magazine pouch. I just slip it inside the jeans, and I'm ready to rock and roll. With that, again, you've got the same deep front pocket with that spandex material. I just got my wallet inside here. And again, reaching down inside, I don't feel the magazine at all. I'm not scraping across it. I'm not catching it on anything. So for me, that's a big plus. So 1, 2, 3 pockets on this side. So I think that's a really, really thoughtful design. On the rear of the jeans, you've got this, the larger patch that I mentioned, 2 7/8 wide, about 3 inches deep. It comes with this, 221B tactical patch on it. It's there to protect the loop Velcro on the back. I really like that. It's wide enough so that if you have, a battle belt or a duty belt that has one of those internal belts, the loop style belts that go through the belt loops, and then have the battle belt or the duty belt that goes over the top of that Velcro wise. If you're in a pinch, say like you're in a truck, you got a truck gun or something like that, something happens, you need to grab your duty belt or your battle belt, you can throw it on, and say you have like, if I have my Groove Life belt on, for example, I don't have that internal that I have with my Infidel belt or one of the other belts that I have, 511 tactical, whatever it might be. You can just grab it, throw it on, and you have something on the back to affix that hook Velcro to in a pinch to allow you to rock and roll. So with the back pockets, I love these. So first you've got this, and they're essentially the same on both sides. You've got a raised pocket at the back. And what I like about this is it's large, right? So typically I carry 2 phones, one for my normal day job for work and then another for my personal phone. This is an iPhone 11 in an OtterBox case. iPhone 11 in an OtterBox case, and it fits down in that pocket easily. It's not exactly on your posterior or on your rear, on your butt, on your glutes. It's kind of off to the side. So I'm able to sit down easily, and I'm not sitting on the phone when I sit down, which I really appreciate. But even more so, what I really appreciate is the fact that this pocket can hold a full-size AR mag, no problem, concealed, right? So if you're on the range, you don't happen to have your belt or you're running, running light, you can put two magazines, 2 spare AR magazines in each one of these pockets, one in your firearm, one in your AR, and you're good to go. And aside from that larger pocket, you've got your rear pocket here, right? And then inside that rear pocket, similar to your front pockets, is another smaller pocket. Same thing on this side. You've got that pouch there, if I'm going to index this correctly. You've got the larger pocket up top, fits that AR magazine, pistol magazine, can go in that back pocket, in the actual back pocket, if I can find it here. Up there it is, down lower. Inside that back pocket can fit that pistol mag. If that's how you want it to rock and roll. Or probably more so for when you're at the range in a configuration like this. It's highly unusual I'll be walking around with an AR magazine in my pocket. But again, it works really great for my phone. And that's typically what I use it for. Typically, I'm running my spare pistol mag, everyday carry right here, and my cell phone, I'm putting in that larger pocket. And my personal phone, which I'm using to film right now, I keep it in this pocket. And that's how I roll. The other thing that you don't see are the internal pockets. There are 2 other internal pockets. So there's one that actually is internal, and I may take the jeans off, just show you that, in a separate clip of the video. But if you wanted to, there is a sleeve that my Glock 43X or maybe a Hellcat, if you have it, or something like that, would fit in fairly easily in appendix carry. But you can slip either here in the appendix carry, there's a sleeve, and then also just below where the Velcro patch is, there's another sleeve if you wanted to carry small in the back. So 2 other internal pockets, and there's your 15. Waist is a little tighter than I'd expected. It only comes in the dark blue color. It'd be great if there was some other, lighter colors, lighter tones. The belt loops could be a little bit further apart in the front. And then that fourth pocket on the right side, really not much utility there. But then all the other stuff I talked about, the fact that the spacing, the depth of the pockets, the spacing on the front and rear pockets for, where you can put utility items, a spare magazine, fitting my phones in, all the other pluses associated with these jeans, the flexibility of them, the fact that they don't look tactical, all that I think far outweighs those opportunities that I talked about. Overall, it's a quality product. I will link to where you can get these jeans in the description section. I'll throw a link in there. So I'd recommend them highly. I'm looking for more colors to come out. But at any rate, like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content coming soon. Check out www.spartandefensetraining.com for your training needs here in the greater Houston area. Firearms, concealed carry, and defensive shooting training. Also licensed to carry coming soon. And as always, remember, move, shoot, communicate.